giving the medication, or if you are just dressing to that area, so it will be improve the recovery of that person. Protect the unconsciousness, care for unconscious person before the medical help arrives. So if the person have too much of injury, maybe patient will go to the unconsciousness. So that time we can, for example, if you have the first aid or something, so if you can give them the medication, or you can give the care to the patient. So in little bit you can provide the patient from the unconsciousness. Unconsciousness means the patient is not responding to anything. Okay, that is called as unconsciousness. First aid means it is emergency or immediate care you should provide when a person is injured or ill until full medical help arrives. That is emergency immediate care. So why we are providing the first aid to the patient? To preserve the life of the patient and prevent illness or injury from becoming worse, and relieve pain, promote recovery, protect the unconsciousness. So these are the main basic of first aid. So in there is, I just told you, we have a first aid kit. Okay, so some equipments are available in the kit. Okay, so or kit or bag. So whatever you are carrying for first aid, that is called as first aid kit. So what are the things are available in there? First one, we need bandage, roller, bandage and tape. So if we need bandage, of course we need tape also to secure that bandage. Sterile gauze, not a unsterile glove. Sterile gauze, okay, should be packed and sealed one. Antiseptic wipes and swabs, absorbent compressors, antibiotic cream, burn ointment, mask for breathing, rescue breathing or CPR, chemical cold pack, eye shield and eye wash. Okay, and also first aid reference guide that include local phone number. So these all the things should be included in the first aid kit. Okay, so before you are putting these things into the bag, you have to check the expiry date of the medicines also, because we don't know that the antibiotic cream and burn ointment cream, we don't know the expiry. Means if you are putting to the patient, again it will be increasing. Okay, before that, if you are arranging the first aid kit, you have to check the expiry of that medicine also. And mask for breathing, that also in emergency situation. So in this chapter we are discussing that one, how we'll do the CPR and everything. And also one,
how we can't cutter. You need cutter also.
What cutter?
Cutter for cut.
That is a common, that every it will be available, but this should be basic things. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so and also we need the emergency number. So sometimes if you are new to that area, for example, if you're working, came here, so sometimes you cannot memorize all the local phone numbers. So if you have the kit, in the kit you have the ambulance number or the emergency number, it will be easy for you to call them in an emergency situation. For example, you know only one number. So if you are calling them, maybe they will say that now we are in another emergency situation.
Start na to class.
What? Hello, what happened? So you need the local numbers of that area also you need. So the next one, home kit, first aid are usually
from where we get this number, local area.
If you are going to work in hospital, they will give you everything.
In hospital we have.
Yeah.
Number.
Okay, so that if you go, because you are not working alone, right? So if you are under a part of one company, or you are come under a one healthcare agency, right? So that time they will be providing everything. Okay.
Yes.
So next one, home first aid kits are usually used for treating this type of minor traumatic injury. So in the home also, we cannot tell that only in the hospital the first aid kit we need. So some home setup also we need because if there is any small children or something there, so of course we need the first aid kit there. So most will happen burns, cuts, abrasions, stings. Sting means some needle prick or something. Okay. So something prick very painful is called as stings. Next one is splinters. Okay, so there is a small wood will go into the skin of our body. The topmost layer of the skin it will be happen. That is splinters. Next one is sprain, and sprain means so if you sprain means if you are just walking suddenly your leg will be slip. Okay, though that is called as sprain means tearing. That is a stretching of your ligament. So that time we'll be having too much of pain. So that is called as sprain. Strain means so if you are too much of your legs are turned. Okay, so if you are just walking suddenly you are just felt your angle are just turned. Okay, so that is called as strains. Okay, so they both are too much of pain. So mostly home kit we are using for in this situation. Remember, it's for home first aid. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Strain, I want to understand the strains.
That is injury. So if you are too much of your just leg is just turned means you know that suddenly your ankle is just turned. Okay, so you just fell down. So that time your injury that your ligament will be cut inside your bone. Okay, so that is called as strains.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, next one is allergies. Okay, allergies means immune system. Okay, so allergies we know that most of them have allergies to different substances. Okay, so immune system is the integral part of human protection against disease. So in this in our body we know that we already discussed we have a different type of system. So it is one of the most important system that immune system will help us to recover from or if there is any allergies will happen so immune system will respond against that disease. Okay, so we in our body we have a different type of allergies. Some will have some food allergy, some person they don't for example seafood. Okay, so some person they will be eating the seafood it will be allergic to them. Dust allergy, so most of the people they will be having the dust allergy. Next one is pet allergy. So some their pet dogs, so they will be available for their skin or something. So then drug allergy. Some person they will be having allergic to some medicine. Skin allergy, insect allergy, latex allergy, allergic rhinitis, season allergy. So latex, this latex allergy, you know the gloves, right? So in inside the gloves you can see some powders. Okay, some person they will be having allergic to that one. So that is called as latex allergy. Rhinitis means that is a continuously their nose are continuously what running nose they person have. That is allergic rhinitis. So some that is a food allergy. Most commonly we have gluten, milk, peanut, eggs, and seafood. So these are the most common food allergies that will be we can see in the patients or persons. So what are the signs and symptoms of allergy? How we can identify the person have allergies? Tingling or itching in the mouth. So patient is telling that I have too much itchiness in the mouth. So itching or eczema or hives. Hive means sometimes patient skin color will be changed into red color. Or sometimes some small cyst will be happen or like pimples it will come. Okay, so next one swelling of the lip, face, tongue and throat or other part of the body. So maybe patient will be having swelling in their lips. Full of the face will be getting swelled. Maybe patient will be swelling on his leg or in hand. So we cannot tell that only this part swelling will happen. Okay, wheezing, nasal congestion or trouble in breathing. So patient nose will be getting blocked. So that time patient cannot take breathe properly. And if the person have the food allergy or something like that, of course the patient will be having abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, lightheadedness, headache, and also fainting. So suddenly patient because patient is continuously diarrhea, patient will be having continuously diarrhea or nausea means the fluid will be losing in their body. So that time patient BP will be reduced. So that time patient will be going to giddiness and patient will be fell down. Okay, so these are the signs and symptoms of allergy. So how we can manage? Yeah. Anyone have any doubt? management. So how we can manage in this situation? Identification of allergen. So first we have to identify which allergy the patient got. So how we can identify? You can ask to the patient. So do you remember? Did you eat anything in, accidentally? Did you eat anything, or do you have any allergic to anything? So you can ask to the patient. So if you are asking to the patient only, you will be getting understood. Okay. Prompt, accurate, and early diagnosis. So if the person have any allergic means, so first one you have to early you have to diagnosis. So you have to confirm which allergen patient got for that condition. And also if you identify, for example, if you identify that patient have food allergy, so you have to educate the person regarding that. For example, patient will be having the allergy to seafood, so you have to tell the patient do not eat seafood. Okay, because of the seafood you got allergies. Try to educate the patient. Okay, keep a track record of allergen. So if the person have the allergic reaction means you have to maintain a record of that one. Then only next time patient will be coming means we can identify how much, whether the reaction will be increased or it will be reduced, how it's happening with the medication, whether it's changed or not. Okay. So document each episode of allergic reaction. So then only we can understood how the patient condition is improving. So prevent contact from allergen. So advise the patient to just avoid that allergen which one is causing harmfully affecting to the patient. Just tell them to prevent contact from. For example, patient will be having the allergic to pet dog or pet cat. So tell them to avoid contact with the pet. Okay, like that you have to educate them. So these are the management we can given to the patient. So first aid is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
How we can ask the client?
What?
How we can ask the client if he don't know about allergy?
You should ask them, but then how you will understood? So because we cannot imagine anything, right? So if any patient will come, from the patient history only we can understood what happened to them, because we are not with the patient, right? So if the person is coming to the hospital, first you have to, so if you know the signs and symptoms of the allergens, right? So if
Huh.
you found that these all the problem, for example, first the patient is coming, so you will ask the patient what happened to you, right? So what are the problems you have? So patient will
Yeah.
tell that I have this much of problem. So if you're seeing the patient, you saw that the patient will be having swelling. So you can ask them, did you have any allergy to anything? So they will tell that. So maybe they will tell that I don't know. If they are telling that I don't know. So how you can ask that, did you eat anything extra? Did you eat this day? So maybe they will tell that I ate the seafood like that. I extra ate. So like that you have to. That is the history collection, because you cannot tell that how will collect. So you have to ask them, because all the time we are not with the patient. So because of your asking only they will respond.
Then
Okay.
we can't know the problem from the sign when we have maybe, for example, tingling
Uh,
or itching.
we
We
cannot tell that all the signs and symptoms may be for the related to that one. Okay. So maybe the baby patient will be telling that because someone will explain only you should understood. Okay, for example, patient cannot speak. Okay, so maybe the patient, you can ask to the patient relatives what happened to them, because who is with the patient only they will understood what happened to the patient, not you. So and also you cannot write like the patient will be having the allergic reaction.
sometimes we can know from the sign. We can't know from the sign only without asking the customer, the client.
No, if the you saw the patient will be having allergy, you should identify which type of allergen patient have.
You see,
So based
sometimes the client, talking maybe.
what?
He not talking. You can't talking. Maybe you have problem with talking.
That's why I just told you that if the patient cannot speak, you should ask the family member.
Ah,
So without
maybe he
asking,
don't. He live alone without family.
that time you cannot give anything to the patient. You should refer to the doctor. He will decide what will do, because nurses we cannot do anything.
Okay,
Only
thank you.
only we can give provide care to the patient. So we cannot prescribe any medication or nothing. If the patient is telling anything, means we cannot do anything. Without asking, without anything, how we can provide treatment? Without diagnosis, we can't do anything. Okay, doctor. If even the doctor also, doctor tell that allergy. So which
Uh,
allergy? Which
sometimes,
allergy?
sometimes we must know which question. Which question can I ask the client? I said him what you ate yesterday, what you ate today, for example.
No. Yeah, you if the person is coming to the hospital, so you can ask them when it started. Do you
Yeah.
remember when it
For
started?
like this. I want to explain like this.
So you can ask like the when it started, how it's happened. Do you remember that one? So
Yes.
maybe person will that 2 days. So you can ask them, okay, within 2 days, do you remember that any unnecessary things you did than before? So they will tell that, and they will memorize, and they will think, and they will tell that. So you can relate that one. Okay, so
From a
that
question, from the question, uh,
yeah, it depends on your logic. Okay, not from the clients. It's your logic. So your ability and your knowledge, you should ask to the patient how it will happen. Okay, so you
Yes.
have
maybe
to.
sometimes the client he don't know. You asking him what you want, what you have, what you have. He don't know what's his problem.
He don't know what is problem. Then why he is coming to the hospital to
He,
ask
he,
him
he,
to
he
what is
come
that? And,
he come because
uh,
he have tintin or have some problem.
so that's why I just told you, you should ask him.
For example, me, I have some pimple in my ear, but I don't know how it's come in my ear.
So that's when the doctor will ask you, did you eat any unnecessary? So that time you will say, yeah, I just ate too much of egg.
Okay,
Okay, like that you will tell that.
okay, thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Next one, accidents on the road. So if you found any accident in the road, how you will take care of that patient?
Yes,
The
we first time we must stop the circulation. We must asking help if there is anyone for help, and you say if only me or I have other person for help.
before that, before you are doing anything, you should do something. Okay. So if you found that any accident in the road, do not directly go there. Before that, you should ensure your safety. Okay. So first you have to prioritize your safety.
Hello.
Yes,
Approaching an accident, it is really important to ensure your own safety. That is very important. Okay. So next one, make sure that all traffic has stopped and is flagged up that there has been an accident. Otherwise, there may be additional casualty. So before you are go, for example, you are standing in the left side. So accident is on right side. So without seeing anything, you cannot go there. So again accident will happen there. So before that, you have to check all the traffic signals are stopped, or there is any something they will be put on the some flags like that there is accident. Then only you have to go there. Be aware of oncoming traffic to ensure that is not posing an additional danger. Note if there is any fuel spillage or potential fire risk. Turn off car ignitions if possible. Put on vehicle hazard lights and use a warning triangle if there is one available. So that means after you find everything, you maintain your safety. You just reach that accident site. So you have to check whether any spillage are there, because that is a vehicle accident. We know that maybe there is a spillage will happen there. So if you found like that, if you can turn off the car, means whatever vehicle you should turn off that one. So next one, mostly if there is any accident or something, they will be put one board there. They will be put. If they are available, you can put that one. If that is not available, no need to put that one. Okay. So first one, you have to make sure your safety. The next one, if two persons are available there. So first you should go to that side, and next one you have to call the emergency. Okay. The next one, if you are alone, first you have to go to that area and you have to identify the condition, and first you have to treat which patient is too much of problem. You have to treat that condition first. Okay, so that is a very important thing. Second, you have to check. Quickly establish how many vehicles have been involved and assess the occupants of all the vehicles to ensure no one has life-threatening injury. So first you have to check how many vehicles have been involved. So sometimes maybe 3 or 4, sometimes only one vehicle will be hit with the street pole. So that will be different. So first you have to identify how many vehicles and how many people are affected in that one. Okay, so in the next one you have to check that no one have any other major injuries. Only they will be having only cut or something. So next you have to check that one. The next one, people screaming, crying, and making a noise have to be breathing. Your initial priority is therefore to check anyone quiet and not moving. So if you are seeing, so there is a 5 members in the car. Okay, so you just see so that there is 4 members are crying and they are screaming because that is an accident. They will be getting panic. So your initial priority, so there is one person, they are not moving and he is not doing anything. So your priority should take care of that patient. Okay. The next one, quickly check if quiet casualties are respond. So first you have to check if the person is not responding. So if there is no response, check if they are breathing. So next one you have to check whether the patient is breathing or not. So next one, if they are unresponsive and breathing, ensure they are in position. So next one, if the person is not respond and if the person is breathing, next your step you have to maintain the position of the patient. Okay, so we know that in the accident maybe patient will fell on the front side, maybe patient will go on the side, so maybe position will be changed. So you have to maintain the person position. So if the person is leaning forward, you have to carefully make the patient should be in a sitting position, and always remember, do not put the patient hand or something. Carefully you have to take the patient. Okay. So keep talking to the casualty calmly as they can hear you even they are unconscious. Keep them warm. So if the person is not respond also, okay. If the person is not respond also, you have to talk to the patient because only some voice he can hear. So you can ensure the patient there is no problem will happen. So people will come. So we all are here. So we will save you. Then you have to just rub the hand to the patient to keep the patient will be warm. Okay, next important thing, support the head and neck to avoid them twisting. So that is a very important thing. So if you are taking care of the patient, so you have to always support the patient head and neck. Okay. So do not cover their ears. Keep talking to them calmly and keep checking that they are still breathing. So if the person don't think that patient is unconscious, why should I talk to them? Not like that. So you have to talk to the patient. So some mind voice they can hear you, and in between if you are talking also you have to check whether the patient is breathing or not. So if the person is not breathing, you will need to resuscitate it. So that means you have to give CPR, okay, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. You have to give if the person is not breathing. If you are on your own, how call an ambulance, do this now and ask their advice as the best way to resuscitate, and this is not easy to do in a car. So sometimes you are alone, you cannot do everything by yourself. Okay, so that time you didn't call the ambulance, so that time you can call to the emergency. You can ask them what I can do for this patient because patient is sitting in the car, because CPR we cannot do in the car because only CPR we can do in a flat surface only. Okay. Only next one, only remove an unconscious patient from a vehicle if there is an immediate danger to their life. So first you have to remove the unconscious person because the conscious patient they can respond to you. Okay, maybe if you are telling to the patient just come out from the car, they will come out from the car. Okay, because unconscious patient they cannot do so. First you have to take out from the unconscious patient from the car. Okay, so we can avoid the fire, or because if there is any spillage of fuel means
there is
there will
any
be a chance
spillage
of
of the
fire.
fuel means there will
So
be a chance
maybe
of
the
fire.
conscious patient
So
they will be
maybe the
suddenly get
conscious
out from the
patient they
car,
will be
because
suddenly
unconscious
get out
patient
from the car
they
because
cannot.
unconscious
Okay.
patient they cannot.
So if you
Okay.
don't know what to do in
So
that
if you
situation,
don't
you
know
have to
what to
call
do
to the
in that
emergency and
situation,
you
you have
can
to
ask
call
them.
to the
The patient
emergency
is
and
in
you
this
can ask them.
situation. So
The
what can
patient is
why
in this
because I am
situation.
alone
So
here.
what can
So
why
what can
because
you
I am alone
what
here.
can I
So
do
what
to
can
them?
you
Okay,
what
because
can I
so
do to them?
sometimes you
Okay,
cannot
because so
take out
sometimes
the
you cannot
unconscious patient from the
take out the
vehicle.
unconscious
For
patient
example,
from the
patient will be
vehicle.
having the
For
injury on
example,
the his
patient will be
hand. So
having the injury
if
on
you are
the his
alone or
hand.
if you
So
are just
if
supporting
you
the
are
patient
alone
to
or
get
if you
out
are just
from the
supporting the patient to get
vehicle,
out from
maybe
the
if you are just pulling the
vehicle,
hand means
maybe
again
if
the
you are
hand
just
will be
pulling the
broken.
hand means
So
again
so
the
that
hand
time
will
you
be
cannot
broken.
do. So if you
So
don't know
that time
how
you
to do
cannot
in
do.
that
So if you
situation,
don't know how to
immediately you
do
have
in
to
that
call to the
situation,
emergency
immediately you
and
have
you
to
can
call
ask
to the
them what I need
emergency
to
and you can
do
ask
for
them
them.
what I
So
need
these
to
are the
do
things
for them.
happen
So
here.
these are the
Okay,
things happen
conscious
here.
casualty
Okay,
should be
conscious
entrusted to the care
casualty
of
should be
bystanders and
entrusted to the
removed
care of
from the
bystanders
wettest
and
waste
removed
period. So
from the
until now
wettest
we
waste
finished the
period. So
unconscious.
until
So
now we
next
finished
our
the
priority is
unconscious. So
conscious.
next
Okay,
our
who can
priority is
respond you?
conscious. Okay,
So you
who
have to
can
safely
respond you?
remove the
So
patient
you
from
have
the
to
car and you
safely
have to
remove the patient from the car
maybe
and you
we
have
will
to
inform to their
maybe
relatives. So they
we
will
will
come
inform
and we
to
have
their
to take
relatives. So
we
they
will
will come and we have
place
to
the person
we
in a
will
safe
place the
area.
person in a
Okay, so
safe
next you
area.
have to check whether
Okay,
the
so
patient is
next you have to
confused
check
or
whether the patient is
maybe
confused
first you
or
are so seeing the
maybe
patient, maybe
first you
patient
are
will
so
don't have
seeing
any
the
problem.
patient, maybe
Okay,
patient
maybe
will don't have
later
any
will
problem.
happen. So
Okay,
so
maybe
tell the
later will
bystanders,
happen. So
check
tell
the
the
person
bystanders,
continuously. So if
check
there
the
is any
person
changes in
continuously.
their
So if there is
attitude,
any
or
changes
maybe
in their
patient is
attitude or maybe patient is
confusing any words or something,
confusing
please
any
tell
words
to
or
me
something,
because I am just
please
going to the
tell
other
to me
patient
because
side.
I am
So
just
you
going
have
to
to
the other
tell the
patient
family
side. So
members
you
or
have to tell the
bystanders who is
family
with the
members or
conscious
bystanders
patient.
who is
You have
with
to
the
tell them
conscious patient.
continuously
You have
monitor
to
the
tell them
patient. Okay,
continuously
so that you
monitor
can
the
do for
patient.
the
Okay, so
conscious
that you can
patient.
do for the conscious
Note the
patient.
nature of the breakage
Note the
and be
nature of
aware
the
possible
breakage
injuries
and
as
be
a
aware
result.
possible
Bodies are
injuries as
softer
a
than
result.
metal work, so if
Bodies
there
are
is any
softer than
major
metal
damage
work,
to the
so if there
vehicle,
is any
so it
major
is
damage to the
possible that
vehicle,
there could be an
so it is
internal
possible that
to the
there could be
casualties.
internal to
Ensure
the
the bystanders
casualties.
notify
Ensure
you
the
if there is
bystanders
any change the
notify you if
casualty
there is
condition.
any change the
So here
casualty
do not
condition.
look for
So
the
here
whatever
do not
vehicle is
look
got
for the
accident.
whatever
Do not
vehicle is
look for
got
the car
accident.
metal
Do
work.
not look
Only we
for the
have to
car
look for the
metal work.
persons.
Only we
Okay,
have to
because
look for the
metal work
persons.
we can
Okay,
frame it
because
and we can
metal work we
remake,
can
but
frame
not
it
like
and
the
we can
human body. So it's
remake, but
different.
not like the
So
human
first you
body. So
have to
it's different.
go to the
So first you have to go
patient
to the
body and patient life you have to
patient
save.
body and
So
patient life
next
you
one,
have to
not
save.
only we can tell
So
that
next one,
only the
not
car
only we can
accident.
tell
So
that
sometimes
only the
patient
car
will be prone
accident. So
from the horse.
sometimes
They
patient
will
will
be
be
going
prone
for
from
the
the horse.
horse riders
They
or
will be
something.
going
Maybe
for
they
the
will be
horse
fall
riders or
prone
something.
from
Maybe they
there,
will be fall
or from the
prone from there
motorbikes
or from the
or
motorbikes
bicycles.
or
Particular risk of
bicycles.
damaging their
Particular
pelvis. So
risk of
maybe they will be
damaging their pelvis. So maybe they will be
falling with their backside. Okay,
falling
so
with
that
their
hip bone maybe
backside.
they will be
Okay, so that
affected.
hip bone maybe
Okay,
they will be
so some
affected.
person they will be
Okay,
really
so
know
some
that how to,
person
for
they will be
example, some
really know
really
that how to, for
experienced
example, some
doctors or
really
something,
experienced
they
doctors or
know that
something,
how to
they don't,
do
they
without
know that how
surgery with
to
their
do
hand. They
without
can
surgery with
make
their
sure
hand. They
they will
can
be corrected their
make sure
injury.
they
So
will be
some person
corrected
they
their
will be do
injury.
like that.
So some person they
So
will
if
be
you
do
don't
like
know
that.
that, do not do
So if
anything.
you
So
don't know
if you
that,
don't
do
know
not
that
do
if you are
anything.
doing,
So
maybe
if
the
you don't
internal
know that if
breathing
you
will
are
be
doing,
happen.
maybe the
Then
internal
patient will
breathing
be
will
go
be
to
happen.
shock.
Then
Shock means
patient will be
patient
go to
BP will be
shock. Shock
suddenly
means
fall
patient
and
BP
patient
will
will
be
fall down.
suddenly fall
Okay, so
and
so
patient will
if you
fall
are
down. Okay, so
don't
if
know,
you
so
are
first you have to
don't know,
stabilize the
so
patient,
first
so you
you have
can
to
make the patient
stabilize
in
the
the
patient,
sitting.
so you can
And
make the
next one you
patient
have
in
to
the
check
sitting,
for the
and
patient's
next
hand.
one
So
you
any
have to check
changes is
for the
there or not.
patient's hand. So any
Okay.
changes is there
The
or
next
not.
one, anyone
Okay.
trapped in a
The next
vehicle
one,
should be
anyone
monitored
trapped in a
carefully
vehicle should be
and the
monitored
emergency services
carefully and
notified
the emergency
immediately.
services
If someone
notified
is crushed,
immediately.
not the
If
exact
someone
time
is
when the
crushed,
accident
not the
happened,
exact time
and
when
this
the
is
accident
important in
happened,
deciding
and
on
this is
how
important in
and when the
deciding on
release the
how
casualty.
and
If there
when
is
the
an
release the
additional people
casualty,
around,
if there is an
show them
additional
how to
people
support
around,
the person's
show
neck
them
to
how to
avoid them
support the
twisting,
person's neck
as
to
there is a
avoid them
possibility
twisting,
of a
as
spinal
there is a
injury. So
possibility
because
of a
I just
spinal
already
injury. So
told you that if
because
you are
I just
alone there,
already told you that if you
so
are
you saw
alone
that
there,
someone is
so you
inside there
saw
and
that
you cannot
someone is
remove the
inside
patient
there and
from
you
inside
cannot
by your own.
remove the patient
So
from
that
inside
time
by
you
your
can
own.
So for
So that
example,
time
some
you can,
persons are there, you
so
can
for
ask them
example, some
when
persons
the
are there, you
accident,
can
when it's
ask them
happened, how
when
it's
the
happened. So
accident,
that
when
time
it's
you can call
happened,
to
how
the
it's happened.
emergency,
So
you
that
can
time you
tell
can
them
call to the
one person
emergency,
is
you can
inside
tell
the
them
car because I
one
am alone,
person
I
is
cannot
inside
take
the
the
car
patient
because I
from
am alone, I
inside.
cannot
So
take the
this time,
patient
for
from
example,
inside.
10 o'clock,
So this
the
time, for
accident
example,
happened
10
and the
o'clock,
time
the
is
accident
10:15,
happened
like that
and the
15
time
minutes
is
patient was
10:15, like
inside,
that 15
what will
minutes
do?
patient
So
was
that time
inside,
they will tell that
what
you
will
can
do?
ask
So
someone
that
help.
time they
So
will
if
tell that you
because
can ask
there is
someone
an
help.
accident,
So
we
if
know that
because
most of the
there is an
people will come.
accident, we know that
So
most
if
of the
there is
people
any
will come.
extra person is
So
there,
if
because
there is
that
any extra
person from the
person is there, because
non-medical
that person
background,
from
they
the
don't know that how
non-medical
to take care of the
background, they
patient.
don't know that how
So
to
that
take care
time
of
you
the
have to
patient.
show them.
So that
I
time you
will
have
show
to
you
show
how to
them.
handle the
I
patient.
will
Just
show
help
you
me.
how to
So
handle
how
the
I am just
patient. Just
teaching,
help me.
please
So
hold
how
the
I am just
patient like that.
teaching,
So you have
please
to show
to
them
hold the
how
patient like
to
that. So you
handle
have
the
to show
patient.
them
Then only you
how to
have to allow
handle
the
the
patient
patient.
to
Then
touch
only you
that
have to allow
patient
the
body.
patient to touch that
So
patient
next
body.
one, if you saw that the
So
patient have
next one,
severe
if you
bleeding,
saw that
so
the
first
patient
your
have
aim, you
severe
have to
bleeding,
stop the
so first
bleeding.
your
So
aim, you
you have
have
to
to
wear
stop
your
the bleeding.
gloves
So
and you have
you
to
have to
apply the
wear your
pressure to
gloves
them.
and you have to
So if
apply the
someone is
pressing to
smoking
them.
in that
So
area,
if
tell
someone
them
is
to
smoking in that
avoid
area,
that
tell
one.
them to
Okay, so
avoid
because
that one.
maybe some
Okay, so
there is
because
any
maybe
spillage
some
will be there,
there is
fire
any
will
spillage
happen
will be
there.
there,
Okay,
fire
then
will
do
happen
not
there.
give anything to
Okay,
the
then do not
patient.
give
Okay, for
anything to
example,
the
if they don't
patient.
give
Okay,
anything
for
to eat
example,
or
if they
something,
don't
do
give
not give
anything
the
to
patient
eat
because
or something, do
maybe
not
doctor
give the
will be
patient
planning
because
for
maybe
surgery, means
doctor
we
will be
cannot do
planning
the
for
surgery
surgery
because
means we cannot do the
anesthesia
surgery
we
because
cannot give to the patient if the
anesthesia we
person
cannot
eat
give to
anything
the
like
patient
that.
if the
So
person
remember that
eats
one
anything
also.
like that. So
The
remember that
even
one also.
motorcyclists
The
evolve
even
only remove their
motorcyclists
helmet if they
evolve
are
only remove
unconscious
their
and there is
helmet if
no
they are
other way to assess
unconscious
their
and there is
breathing.
no other way to
There is
assess
the
their
airways
breathing.
in danger.
There is the airways
There
in
is
danger.
usually way of
There is usually
lifting the
way of
visor. It may be
lifting
sensible
the
to lose
visor.
the
It
chin
may be
strap.
sensible
So
to
if the
lose the
person,
chin
that is the
strap.
next one, if the
So if the person, that is
motorcyclist
the next one,
evolved.
if the
Okay, so if the
motorcyclist evolved.
motorcyclist evolved
Okay, so
means,
if the
so
motorcyclist
of course
evolved
they will
means,
be wearing
so
their
of course they will be
helmet
wearing their
because they are riding time.
helmet
They are
because
just
they are riding time. They are
putting
just
their helmet.
putting
So
their
that time what we can do? So
helmet.
only
So
we
that
can
time
do
what
that.
we can do?
There
So
is a
only we
front
can do
cover. There
that.
is the glass
There is
section
the
you can
front
see
cover.
in the
There is the
patient
glass
front side.
section you can
Only
see
we
in the
can just
patient front side.
turn up that
Only
one
we
to
can just
maintain the
turn
patient
up that
breathing.
one
So
to maintain the patient breathing.
then
So
only we just slowly remove the
then only we just
patient
slowly
helmet. Do
remove the
not suddenly remove
patient
the
helmet.
patient
Do not
helmet from the
suddenly
patient
remove the
body.
patient helmet from the
Okay,
patient body.
next one. If a
Okay,
casualty has
next one.
been hit
If a
by a car
casualty has
and they
been
are
hit by a
lying on
car
their
and
back
they are
unconscious
lying on
and
their back
breathing, they should be
unconscious and
carefully
breathing, they
rolled
should
in
be
the recovery
carefully
position to
rolled in
keep their
the
spine
recovery
in line.
position to keep
This
their
should
spine in
ideally be
line.
done with the
This should
support of
ideally
others
be
to
done with
avoid
the
twisting the
support of
spine.
others to
So I
avoid
we
twisting
already
the
discussed
spine.
that one.
So
If the
we
person is
already discussed that
unconscious,
one. If the
so
person
and
is
breathing, so
unconscious,
first you have to
so and
maintain the
breathing, so
recovery
first you have
position.
to
To
maintain the
maintain the
recovery
spine,
position.
spine
To
means the
maintain the
backbone. Okay,
spine
backbone
means
of
the
the patient
backbone.
should be
Okay, backbone
straight.
of the
Okay,
patient should be straight.
so
Okay.
some
So
person they will be having
some
really
person they will be having
trained with
really
some
trained with
methods or some treatment,
some
so they
methods
can
or
know
some
that how to
treatment,
treat the
so they
patient in
can
that
know that how to
situation. So
treat
if
the
you are
patient
trained
in
with
that
that one, they
situation.
will
So
be
if you are
doing that
trained
one.
with that one,
Okay,
they
if
will
you
be
don't
doing
know
that
that,
one.
you can call to
Okay,
the
if you don't
emergency
know
and
that,
they
you
will
can
do
call to the
everything. Okay,
emergency and
so
they will do
next
everything. Okay,
so some,
next
because in this
so
class we'll
some
discuss the
because
CPR.
in this class
So
we'll
if you
discuss
can
the
do the
CPR.
CPR, you can
So
do
if
to
you
the
can do
patient
the
know that
CPR, you
one.
can do to the
Okay,
patient
next
know
one.
that one.
If a
Okay,
casualty
next
has been
one.
hit by
If a
a
casualty
vehicle
has been
or
hit
thrown
by a
from one, if
vehicle
they are
or thrown
conscious
from one,
in
if
the
they
road,
are
they should
conscious
be
in the
encouraged
road,
to
they
keep
should be
still.
encouraged to
Ensure
keep
that
still.
someone is directing traffic
Ensure
and
that someone is
maintaining
directing
safety.
traffic and
Support their
maintaining
head and neck,
safety.
keep them warm
Support
and
their
dry,
head
and
and neck,
wait for
keep
the
them warm
emergency
and dry
service. So
and
that
wait
means,
for the
so you
emergency
saw that
service. So
some
that means,
person is hit
so
by
you
a
saw
car
that
or
some
something, that is
person
a
is
motor
hit
vehicle,
by
you
car
just
or
saw that
something, that is a
person is
motor
sitting
vehicle,
in the
you
middle
saw
of
that
the road. So
person
that
is
time you
sitting in the
cannot, you
middle of
should
the
not
road.
run
So
to the
that time you
patient
should
side.
not
First
run
you
to
have
the
to
patient
always,
side. First
first
you have to
important thing, you
always,
have to
first
ensure your
importantly,
safety, and
you
you
have
have
to
to check
ensure your
someone is
safety and you have to
handling
check
for the traffic
someone is
signal, then only you
handling
have
for
to
the
go to the
traffic signal, then
patient
only you
side.
have to go
And
to
next
the
one, if you are
patient side.
handling any
The next
accident
one, if you
patient,
are
always
handling
you have to
any
support the
accident patient,
patient
always you
head
have to
and neck.
support the
And next your
patient
step
head and neck.
step
And
is
next
you
your
have to
step
keep the patient
step
is
is
warm.
you have to
Okay.
keep the patient
And
is
next
warm.
one, you
Okay.
have to wait for the
And next one, you
emergency
have to wait
service.
for the emergency
Okay, if the
emergency
person is
service.
conscious or
Okay, if the
unconscious,
person
in
is
between you
conscious or
have to talk to
unconscious,
the
in
patient.
between you have
Okay.
to talk to the
So
patient.
these are the
Okay.
things you have to notice
So
for
these
the
are the things you have to notice for the
emergencies. That means if you found any
emergencies. That
accident
means
in the
if you found any
road.
accident in the
The next
road.
one is burns.
The next
Okay,
one
next
is
condition is
burns.
burns.
Okay, next condition is burns.
means more than one burning
means
sensation
more than
associated
one
with
burning
injury.
sensation associated with
Burns are
injury.
characterized by severe
Burns are
skin damage
characterized by
that
severe
causes
skin
the
damage
affected skin
that
cells to
causes
die.
the
So
affected
most
skin
of the
cells to
people they
die. So
experienced with
most of
the
the
burns.
people they experienced
Not
with
only
the
single
burns.
one, so all of the
Not only
person will be
single
only
one.
little
So
bit.
all of
So
the person
in
will be only
burns,
little bit. So
what will
in
happen?
burns,
So
what
which
will
area is
happen?
burn will
So
happen. So
which
there is
area is burn will happen?
still
So there is
skin
that
cells are there.
still
So that
skin
will be
cells are
started to
there.
die.
So that will be
Okay, so
started
if it's
to
die
die.
means it will be
Okay,
leads
so
to
if it's dye means
black
it will be
skin
leads
color.
to
So that is
black
called as
skin color. So
burn.
that is called as
And also you have to here
burn.
you have to
And
understood.
also you have to
So
here you have to
the skin.
understood.
Okay, we know
So
that our
the
skin,
skin.
and in
Okay,
our
we know
skin
that
we have
our
a
skin,
three
and in
layers.
our skin we have a
Okay,
three
epidermis,
layers.
dermis, and
Okay,
hypodermis. So
epidermis,
we have a three
dermis, and
layers:
hypodermis. So we have a
epidermis,
three
dermis,
layers:
and hypodermis.
epidermis, dermis, and
Epidermis, we know that we
hypodermis.
are seeing the
Epidermis, we
uppermost
know that
layer.
we
So
are
whatever
seeing
we
the
can touch
uppermost
area
layer.
is
So
called as
whatever we can touch area
epidermis
is
layer.
called
That is
as
the outermost layer.
epidermis layer.
So
That is
it
the
is a
outermost
waterproof
layer.
barrier,
So it is a
and we
waterproof
all have
barrier,
different skin tone.
and we
So
all have
waterproof
different
barrier
skin tone.
means you know
So
that if you are
waterproof
going
barrier
to
means
in
you
a
know that
rainy
if you are
season, or
going
you
to
are
in
taking a
a
bath,
rainy
so
season, or
no
you are
water
taking a bath.
water is
So
not
no
going inside your body.
water
So
is
it all
not
the
going
water will
inside
go
your body.
outside.
So it all
So
the
that is
water
the
will go
waterproof
outside.
barrier. So only
So that is the
remember
waterproof
epidermis
barrier.
means
So
that
only
is the
remember
outermost
epidermis
layer.
means that is the
Dermis means
outermost
just
layer.
below the
Dermis
dermis.
means
Sorry,
just
epidermis.
below
No?
the dermis.
It
Sorry,
contains
epidermis. No?
connective tissue,
It
hair
contains
follicles,
connective
and sweat
tissue,
glands.
hair follicles,
So
and sweat
epidermis is
glands.
the first layer,
So
and the
epidermis
dermis
is
is
the
the
first
second
layer,
layer. Sweat
and the
glands
dermis
means
is
you
the
know that.
second layer.
So
Sweat glands means
during
you
the
know that.
very
So during the
hot season, you know
very
that you are sweating.
hot
So
season,
that
you know that
because
you are
of the sweat
sweating.
glands.
So that because of the sweat
The
glands.
deeper subcutaneous tissue
The deeper
hypodermis is made up
subcutaneous
of
tissue
fat and
hypodermis
connective
is
tissue.
made up
So
of
that
fat
will
and
be the
connective
very
tissue. So
deepest layer
that
in the
will be
skin.
the
So we
very
have
deepest
epidermis,
layer in the skin. So we
dermis,
have
and
epidermis.
hypodermis. Epidermis is
Dermis
the
and
outermost
hypodermis.
layer.
Epidermis is
Dermis
the
means the
outermost layer.
second
Dermis
layer,
means
and
the
hypodermis is the
second
third layer.
layer,
Only
and
remember like
hypodermis
that
is the
because we have
third layer.
only
Only
three
remember
layers in
like
the
that
skin.
because we have only three layers
Also,
in the
we are
skin.
just classified the
Also,
burns
we are
into
just
three types:
classified the burns
first,
into three
second, and
types:
third degree burn.
first, second, and third degree
First
burn.
degree burns are considered
First
mild
degree burns
compared
are
to other
considered
burns. So first
mild
degree burn
compared
is
to
the
other burns.
smallest
So
one.
first degree
Okay,
burn is the
with
smallest one.
compared to
Okay,
other one, but all
with
the
compared to
burns are
other one,
painful. But
but
is
all the
compared to
burns
second
are
and third
painful. But
degree,
is compared
it
to
will be
second and third
very
degree,
less.
it will
Second
be
degree burns
very less.
means partial
Second
thickness
degree
of
burns
burns
means
can
partial
affect
thickness of
epidermis and
burns
the
can affect
dermis.
epidermis and the
So second
dermis.
degree burn is
So
not
second degree
partial
burn
thickness means
is
only
not
half area
partial
only it
thickness
will be
means only
affected,
half
because
area only it
we
will be
already saw the
affected
skin
because
has three
we
layers.
already
But in
saw
the
the
second
skin has
degree burn,
three layers, but
only
in the
two
second
layers are
degree burn
affected. That is
only two
uppermost and
layers
the
are
second
affected,
layer.
that
That
is
is
uppermost
epidermis
and the
and the
second layer, that
dermis
is
layer only
epidermis
affected. So
and
that
the
is called
dermis
as
layer
second
only
degree burn.
affected. So that is
Third
called a
degree burn
second
means
degree
full
burn.
thickness burn.
Third
All
degree
of the
burn means
skin
full
area of the
thickness burn.
person will
All
be
of the skin
affected.
area of the
Okay,
person will
degree
be
burns, full
affected.
thickness of
Okay,
burns
degree
go
burns,
through
full
the
thickness
dermis
of
and
burns
affect
go
the
through the
deeper tissue.
dermis
All the
and
tissues,
affect the
whatever
deeper tissue.
layers
All the
in the
tissues,
skin, that will be
whatever
affected in
layers
the
in the
third
skin
degree
that
burn.
will be
That
affected
will
in
be
the
the
third
maybe
degree burn,
dangerous to
that will
one
be
of
the
the
maybe
patient
dangerous to one
patient
of the
body. That is the
patient
third degree burn.
patient body. That is
Okay.
the third degree burn.
So this is the
Okay.
skin. You can see here.
So
This
this
is
is
the
the
skin. So
skin. You
this is the
can see here.
outermost
This
layer.
is
That
the
is
skin. So this is the
epidermis,
outermost
and
layer.
the
That is
second layer is the
epidermis,
hypodermis,
and
and the
the
third
second
one
layer
is the
is the
hypodermis.
hypodermis, and the third
Okay,
one
so
is
in
the
the
hypodermis.
hypodermis we can see the
Okay, so
blood
in the
vessel, fat
hypodermis we can
tissue,
see the blood
connective
vessel,
tissue,
fat
everything
tissue,
we can see here. So
connective
in the
tissue,
third
everything
degree,
we
whole
can
first
see here.
degree
So in
burn,
the third degree,
only
whole
in this
first
part
degree
will be
burn,
affected.
only in
The
this
second
part will
degree
be
burn, it
affected.
will be
The
affected up
second
to
degree
here.
burn, it will be
Third
affected
degree
up
burn
to
up to
here.
here, it will be
Third degree
reached.
burn up
Okay,
to
that is
here, it
only
will be
difference.
reached. Okay, that.
So next one will discuss what are the functions of skin. What is the importance of skin? So skin is the largest organ organ in our body. Okay, you know that from the top to bottom we can see, from the head to toe we can see the skin in our body. So that is the largest organ in our body. So what is the function of the skin? The main function is it to regulate body temperature. The main function is it to regulate the body temperature. It acts as an enclosure that stop the water from entering into the body. That we know that. So there is no water will go inside our body. So inside our body also we have water. So the skin also will prevent the loss of water. Okay, to protect the body from infection. So if any bacteria or anything will come to our body, the skin will protecting that one. And also it will very important for vitamin D producers. Okay, so skin also help for the producing of the vitamin D, and also it will protect damage from ultraviolet light. So main functions of the skin is to regulate the body temperature, and it acts as an enclosure that stops the water from entering into the body, reduce the loss of water, it to protect the body from infection, and it also produce vitamin D, and also it will help from the damage from ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet light, you know that it will be the too much sunlight exposure. So the skin will protect from our body from these all the things. So what are the causes of burn? How it's happened? Mostly we'll discuss in the fire. We know that of course that is the main cause for burn. Cold, liquid or steam, or any hot or steam. So if you are cooking anything, so if you are just opening the lid, you can see there is a steam. Maybe from that will go to the burns. Hot metal, glass or other objects. So if you are touching any hot metal or hot glass, you will be getting burned from there. Electrical currents, radiation such as from X-rays. So much of radiation will happen. The burns will be happen. So some person they will be having the burn will be getting from the sunlight or ultraviolet radiation. So tanning bud means that is a type of bud. Person will be lying down there, and maybe the direct radiation will be come there. Okay, so some person they will be working in any chemical agency. Okay, so any
Okay,
acids,
so
or during the painting time, there will
during
be
the
any
painting
acid
time,
will come
there
their
will be
hand
any
or like that. So
acid will
if the
come their
person is
hand or like
working in
that.
a
So
chemical
if the person is
laboratory or
working in a
something,
chemical
so there also
laboratory or
accidentally they
something,
will be
so
getting
there also
burns.
accidentally they will
Okay,
be getting burns. Okay.
so signs and symptoms of burns.
So signs and
So
symptoms
what
of
are the
burns.
signs and symptoms
So
of
what
burns?
are the signs and symptoms of
First
burns?
degree burn. This
First degree
minor
burn.
burn affects only
This
the
minor
outer
burn
layer of the
affects
skin.
only the
It
outer
may
layer of
cause
the skin.
redness and
It
pain.
may
So
cause
first degree
redness
burn, we
and
know
pain.
that it will
So
be
first
affecting
degree
only
burn,
the
we know
outer
that it
layer
will
of
be
the skin.
affecting only
So
the
what are the
outer layer
signs
of
and
the skin.
symptoms? Only
So
the
what are the
redness
signs
and
and
pain
symptoms?
only
Only the
the
redness
patient
and
have.
pain only
Okay, the
the
second
patient have.
degree burn means
Okay,
this
the
is the
second
type of
degree
burn
burn means
affect
this
both
is
the
the type of
epidermis
burn affect
and the
both the
second layer of skin.
epidermis
So
and
both
the second
layers
layer
are
of skin.
affected.
So both
Epidermis
layers
and
are
dermis are
affected.
affected.
Epidermis
So
and
in this
dermis are
situation,
affected.
patient will be
So in
getting
this
swelling
situation,
and
patient will
redness.
be getting
Okay,
swelling
and
and
also white
redness.
and splotchy
Okay, and
skin.
also
Maybe the
white
skin
and
color will be
splotchy skin.
changed to
Maybe the
white.
skin color will
Okay,
be changed
so
to
there
white.
will be a
Okay,
blister. Blister
so
means the
there will be a
fluid
blister.
filled with,
Blister
for
means the
example,
fluid filled
that is
with,
a
for
pimple.
example,
Okay, that's
that is a
fully filled with
pimple.
water.
Okay,
That
that's
is for that
fully filled with
blisters may be
water. That is
developed
for the
in the
blisters
second
may be
degree burn.
developed
And in
in
this
the
situation,
second
patient
degree
will be
burn. And
having
in this
very
situation,
severe
patient will be
pain.
having very
Okay,
severe pain.
deep second degree burn
Okay,
can cause
deep second
scarring.
degree burn
Okay,
can
so these
cause
are the first
scarring.
and second degree
Okay, so
burn.
these are the
And
first
third
and
degree
second
burn,
degree
we know
burn.
that
And
fully.
third
Okay,
degree
so it
burn,
will
we
be
know that
go deep
fully.
to the
Okay, so it
patient's
will
skin.
be go
Okay,
deep to
this
the
burn
patient's
reach to
skin.
the
Okay,
fat layer
this burn
beneath the
reach to the
skin.
fat layer
The
beneath
burns
the
area
skin.
may be black,
The burnt
brown
area
or
may be
white in
black,
color. So maybe
brown
skin color,
or white
because
in
in the
color.
third
So
degree
maybe
burn
skin
all
color
the
because
area
in
is
the third
affected to
degree
the
burn all
patient.
the area is
So my
affected to
skin
the
color
patient.
also will be
So
changed,
my
and
skin color
skin look
also will be
leathery.
changed
Leathery
and
means
skin
patient
look
skin will be very
leathery.
thick.
Leathery means patient skin
Okay,
will be
so
very thick.
patient that
Okay,
third
so
degree
patient
burn
that
always
third
destroy
degree burn
all the
all,
nerves, whatever
always
skin
destroy all the nerves,
tissues
whatever
is
skin
there, all are
tissues
destroying with the
is
third
there,
degree
all
burn.
are destroying
And
with the
also
third
patient
degree
causing
burn.
numbness. So if
And
you are
also
touching
patient
that area,
causing
patient
numbness. So if you
didn't
are
feel
touching that area,
anything. So that
patient
is a
didn't
third
feel
degree burn. So
anything. So
in the
that is
first
a third
degree burn,
degree burn.
patient
So
only
in
have
the
the
first
redness
degree
and
burn, patient
pain.
only have
In
the
the second
redness and
degree burn,
pain.
patient will be
In the
having the
second degree burn, patient will be having the
swelling, redness, white on
swelling,
splotchy skin, and
redness,
also
white on
blisters will be
splotchy skin,
there.
and
And also
blisters
patient will
will
be
be there,
having the
and
severe
also
pain.
patient will
And
be
the
having
third
the
degree burn,
severe
skin
pain.
color will
And
be
the third
changed,
degree
and
burn,
the
skin
skin
color
looky
will be
leathery.
changed, and
And
the skin
also
looky
there all the
leathery,
skin
and
nerves are
also there
destroyed,
all
and
the
also
skin
patient
nerves
will
are
be having the
destroyed, and also patient
numbness.
will be having the
Okay, so we give
numbness.
all the
Okay,
treatment and
so
everything to
we
the
give all the
patient.
treatment and
So if you
everything to the
found that patient
patient.
will be
So if you
oozing from
found
the
that
wound,
patient will be
oozing
oozing
from the
from the
wound
wound,
continuously, fluid will
oozing
come
from the
from the
wound
wound.
continuously,
Okay,
fluid
and
will come
also
from the
patient
wound.
will tell
Okay,
that
and
I have
also
too much
patient
of
will
pain in
tell
that
that I
area.
have too
Pain
much
is
of
not
pain in
reduced.
that area,
And if you
pain
are
is
seeing
not
that area,
reduced.
you saw the
And if you are
redness are
seeing that
increasing,
area, you saw
and
the
swelling
redness are
also is
increasing,
increasing.
and
So
swelling
that
also
means
is
it is the
increasing. So
wound that
that
is a
means it
burn
is
is
the
going
wound
for the
that is a
infection.
burn is
So
going
if you
for the
found that
infection.
any oozing
So
or
if you found
oozing
that
means the
any
fluid
oozing or
continuously from
oozing
the
means the
patient wound.
fluid
So
continuously from
oozing
the
from the
patient wound.
wound,
So
And
oozing
if the
from the
patient is
wound,
complaining, patient will
and
be
if the
having
patient is
severe pain,
complaining, patient will
and
be
also
having
patient is
severe
telling
pain,
the redness
and
and
also
swelling.
patient is
So these
telling
are
the
the
redness
signs
and
of
swelling. So
infection.
these are the
Patient
signs
burns
of
getting
infection.
infected.
Patient burns
Next
getting
one is
infected.
dangerous signs of
Next
burn.
one
So
is
what are the
dangerous
dangerous
signs of
signs?
burn. So what are the
First one is
dangerous signs?
infection. So
First
infection
one
we
is
know the signs
infection.
and
So
symptoms. So
infection we know the
infection is the
signs
one
and
is the
symptoms. So
major
infection is the
danger
one is
sign
the
of burn,
major
and
danger
also
sign of burn,
patient will be
and
having
also
burns or blister
patient will
that
be
is
having
large
burns
and
or
does not
blister that
heal for
is
2 weeks.
large
So
and does not
whatever
heal for
care you
2
are
weeks.
given
So
to the patient
whatever
also
care
it
you
will
are
not
given to
heal
the
it.
patient also
Okay,
it
so
will
that
not
also a
heal it.
dangerous sign
Okay,
of
so
burn.
that's also a
And also
dangerous
after
sign of
giving the
burn.
treatment
And
also
also
patient
after
will be
giving the
developing
treatment
some new
also
symptoms.
patient will be
Patient
developing
tell
some
that
new
my
symptoms. Patient
skin
tells
is
that my
removing from that area,
skin is
and if I am
removing from
touching I
that
cannot
area,
feel
and if
anything.
I
So
am touching
whatever
I cannot
treatment you
feel
are
anything. So
giving to the
whatever
patient,
treatment you are
patient is
giving to
complaining
the
new problems.
patient is complaining
Always
new
patient skin
problems.
will be removing
Always
from that
patient
area.
skin
So
will
these
be
are the
removing from that
dangerous
area. So
signs
these
of
are the
burns.
dangerous signs of burns.
So complication, okay.
So complication, okay.
Complication of deep or widespread
Complication of deep or
burns can
widespread
include. So the
burns can
deep
include. So
burn means we know
the
the
deep
third degree
deep
burn.
burn means
Okay.
we know the
So
third
next one
degree burn.
patient will be
Okay.
going to the
So next
infection. So
one
what are
patient
the
will be going
infection
to
will
the
get?
infection. So what are the
Bacterial
infection will
infection.
get?
So if the
Bacterial
patient got the
infection. So
infection,
if you the
so
patient
maybe it
got
will
the
be lead to
infection,
the
so maybe
bloodstream.
it will
Okay,
be
maybe
lead
the
to
infection
the
will
bloodstream.
lead
Okay,
to
maybe
blood
the
means
infection
it
will
is called
lead
as
to blood
sepsis.
means it
The
is called
infection
as
will go
sepsis.
to the blood
The
means
infection
that is
will
called
go
as
to the blood
sepsis.
means that
So
is
I
called as
just told you that
sepsis.
in the
So
patient
I just
infection,
told you
too
that
much of
in the
fluid
patient
will be
infection,
losing
too
from that
much of
area.
fluid will be
So it
losing
will
from
be
that
including the
area.
low blood
So it will be
volume,
including the
blood
low blood
count or blood
volume.
volume inside the
Blood
patient
count or
body will
blood
be
volume
reduced.
inside the
That
patient
is
body
called
will
as
be reduced.
hypovolemia.
That is called as
Dangerously low
hypovolemia.
temperature. Continuously
Dangerously
fluid
low
will be
temperature.
losing. Patient
Continuously
temperature will
fluid
be
will be lost.
reduced.
Patient
That is
temperature will be
called as
reduced.
hypothermia.
That is called as
Patient will be
hypothermia.
having the smoke problems
Patient will
from
be
the
having the
intake of
smoke
hot air or
problems from
smoke.
the intake
The
of
patient
hot air
cannot
or
take
smoke.
any
The patient
hot
cannot take
air or smoke.
any
Okay.
hot air
Patient
or
will be,
smoke.
for example,
Okay. Patient will be, for example,
if you have found that patient will be having the
if you have
scar on
found
the
that
burn,
patient will
so
be having the
there will be
scar on the
overgrowth
burn,
of the
so
scar
there
tissue.
will be
Again, scar
overgrowth of
tissue
the
will be
scar tissue.
forming
Again,
there.
scar
Same
tissue will be
tissue will be
forming there. Same tissue
overgrowth,
will be
overgrowth will be happen. Then patient will be having
overgrowth will be
pain on
happen.
that
That
area.
patient will be
So
having
that is
pain
called
on
as
that area.
keloids.
So that is called
Okay,
as keloids.
bone and
Okay,
joint problems such as
bone and joint
scar
problems
tissue
such as
causes the shortening
scar
and
tissue
tightening of
causes the
skin muscles
shortening
or
and
tendons
tightening of skin
contracture. So
muscles or
we know that
tendons
if you have
contracture.
any
So
pain in
we
one
know that
area,
if
we
you have
don't
any
want to
pain in
move
one
that
area, we
area.
don't
So
want
maybe
to
the
move that
patient will be
area.
having the
So
burn on
maybe
his
the
right
patient will
hand
be
or left
having the
hand.
burn on
Maybe
his
patient
right
will be,
hand or left
because of
hand.
the scar
Maybe
tissue,
patient will
patient
be
will be
because
having the
of the
pain
scar
for that
tissue.
area.
Patient will be having the
Okay, so
pain for
patient will
that
be
area.
always keeping
Okay,
their
so patient
hand
will
like
be
this. So,
always
so
keeping
that is
their
called as
hand like this. So
contractures.
that
Okay,
is
because
called as
they cannot move the
contractures.
hand
Okay,
or like
because
that.
they
So if you are
cannot move
moving
the
means
hand or like
patient
that.
will be
So if you are
getting the
moving means patient will be
pain on
getting the
that area.
pain on that area.
So up to this clear.
So up to this clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So only we can prevent some
So only we
household
can
burn. So
prevent some
because if you
household
are
burn. So
working in any
because if
office or something
you're
like that,
working
we
in any
cannot do.
office or something like that, we
Only in
cannot
our
do.
home only we can
Only
control
in our home
burn.
only
So
we
how
can
we can
control.
do? Never leave items cooking on stove unattended. So if you are cooking on a stove, do not unnecessarily go. So if you are leaving from the kitchen, should turn off that one. Turn pot handles toward the rear of the stove. So where there is a handle means it should be towards your side. Do not on the opposite side. Do not carry or hold a child while cooking at the stove. So if there is any small children, do not bring the child to that area because they don't know that. Keep hot liquids out of the reach children and pets because children and pets they don't know that what liquid they are. Maybe they will be touching means it will be getting burned on that area. Keep electrical appliances away from water. That very important. So if the touching the electrical appliance, it touch to the water means the again burns will happen. So if you are providing any food to the baby, so you have to before you have to check the temperature of the food. So and also if there is baby's bottle means do not reheat in the microwave. Never cook while wearing loose fitting clothes that could catch fire over the stove. So if you are cooking, only wear which dress is fit for you. use that one. So if you are wearing too much of loose cloth, maybe it will be catching the fire very fastly. Okay, if a small child is present, blow his or her access to heat sources such as stove, outdoor grills, fireplaces, and space heaters. So, if there is any small children, because they don't know that which one will happen to it, or which one, if I am just touching their burn will happen, we don't know. They don't know that. So, the older people they should do that, and you have to block the small children. Okay. So if you are placing the baby in the car or something, before you have to ensure that everything is safe. Okay, then only you have to make the baby in the car itself. So the next one, if there is anything, if you are ironing or if you are using any electrical appliance, so before after using you have to unplug that one. Okay, maybe you are during the ironing time you just keeping like that and you are just going. Small children are there, they don't know, maybe they will be touching. Okay, so the burn will happen there. So if there is if there, because some homes they will be having the electrical appliance, so if you are not using time, so you have to close the outlet, or you, if there is no cap means you should securely and keep them, because maybe the cut wires are there, maybe the children will be having the tendency to chew that one. Okay, so next one, if you are smoking means do not smoke in the bud, that's also very important. So if you have any smoke detectors in your home, so you have to ensure that where it's working or not. The next one, you have to check whether the battery is good or not, and you have to change every 1 year. Okay, so if you have a fire extinguisher on every floor your house. The next one, if you are using chemical, if you are using any chemical, so if you are working in any chemical industry, you have to wear your the protectiveness, that is eyewear and clothing you have to always wear. Okay, and always you have to remember, keep chemicals, cylinders, and matches out of the reach of children. Use safety latches and do not use lighters that look like toys. Because if you are buying the lighters and chemicals matches same like the toys, the children will think that okay, that's for my toy. So they will be playing like that, playing with that. So do not buy like that. If the small children are in the home, do not buy that one. Set your water heater thermostat to below 120 Fahrenheit to prevent scalding. Test bath before placing the child. So if you are making the hot water for the small babies or for yourself, do not put too much. So if you are taking a bath to the small baby, or if you are taking bath, before that you have to check the temperature. So these are the things we can do in our home. So what are the management we can given to the patient? Okay, so what are the for major burns? So major burns, we know that is a third-degree burn. Okay, third-degree burn is the major one. Protect the burned person from further harm. So first your aim, you have to make sure the person comfort, and also your aim, do not make the patient in a further harm. Okay, if you can do safely, make sure the person you are helping is not in contact with the source of the burn. For electrical appliance, make sure the power source is off before you are approaching the burn person. So first you have to check whether the patient is affected with electrical burns or not. So before you are touching to the patient, you have to check the electrical appliances are turned off or not. So if they are didn't off, if you are touching means the burn will happen to you also. So make certain that the person is burned is breathing. So for that, for all the condition, so you have to check the person is breathing or not. Remove jewelry, belts, and other restrictive items. So for example, patient got burns in the patient hand. You found that or burn in the neck or something. So if you found that anything they are putting in their hand or in the neck, you have to remove that one, because we saw the signs and the swelling will happen. If the swelling is happen means swelling will happen, it will be very difficult to remove from the patient body. So before that we have to remove everything. Cover the area of the burn. So where the burn is happened, so you have to cover that area with a cool moist bandage or clean cloth. Okay, do not use but only clean cloth only you have to use for the cover that area. Do not immerse large severe burns in water. Always remember, that do not too much you have to put the burns in the water, okay, because the body temperature will be going that area, because already fluid is losing from the patient body, so do not keep too much in the water. Which area is affected, you just elevate that area, okay, so whether it's hand or leg, so you have to remember elevate that area. Next one, what sign for shock? So you have to check, because continuously fluid is losing from the patient will be going for unconsciousness. So before that you have to check patient will be having any signs for shock. Signs and symptoms include fainting, failed completion or breathing in a notify or shallow facet. You have to check the patient breathing pattern, whether it's a normal or any other changes will happen in their breathing pattern. So you have to check everything. The next one, for minor burns. Okay, so for that is a first or second degree burn, what we can do? Cool the burn. Hold the burn area under cool, not cold, running water, or apply cool head wet compress until the pain ceases. So the minor burns, what is a first degree burn? So hold the burn area under cool, so that you can put the patient in a running water. Okay, so you just, which for example the finger is affected, so you can keep the finger under the running water. Okay, so if patient is wearing any ring or something in that area, you have to remove that area before the burn will be getting swelling. Don't break blisters. So first and second degree burn we are just considering as the minor burns. So second degree burns we blisters will happen on that situation. So blisters mean that is a fluid filled. Okay, so fluid is collected there. So if the person have the blister, do not break that one. That the patient also do not break that one. Okay, so in case if the blister is broken, okay, so how will clean? So you have to clean with water. So soap is optional. So after the washing, you have to apply the antibiotic ointment. So if you saw that if after the applying the ointment, the rashes will be coming on that area. So you have to just suddenly stop the ointment. So after that, if you finishing everything, you have to apply the lotion. Okay, maybe too much of fluid will be losing from the patient body. Patient skin will be getting too much of dry. So avoiding that one, you have to apply the lotion. The next one, you have to cover the burn area. That is very important. Only use the sterile gauze. Do not use the cotton for covering the area. Maybe at the removing time, it will be stick on that area. Okay. So if needed, take over the counter pain reliever. So if the patient will be having too much of pain, according to the doctor's order, just give the medication to the patient. So that is the Valley's rule of 9. So this is the TBSA, means total body surface area. So this is the way we are just calculating the patient burns. For example, patient will be got a burn on his face, that is 9%. So if the person is got burn on the neck area, what is 1%? And the front portion is 18% and the back portion is 18%. So 18% on one leg, and the one leg is 18%. Total both hands is 18%. So like that they are calculating. For example, patient got burn on his hand, both one hand and one leg. So total you are just calculating. How you will calculate? 18 plus 9, because already they given the mention. Here you can see arm 9%, head 9%, neck 1%, leg 18%, anterior trunk and post. Anterior means front side and posterior means back side. And only one difference in the children. Okay, because children body and the adult body will be different, because children are small. So that time the larger head up to their head is 20%, and they have smaller legs, that is the 13%. So palmar hand surface approximately 1%. Palmar means this area. Okay, that is the 1%. So you have to mark this one in your textbook. Okay. So only the children it will be different, because the children they have in the larger head. Okay, that is up to 20%, and also they will be having the smaller legs, 13%, and also patient will be having the hand surface, it is 1%. So based on that, maybe they will be giving the treatment. So if the person have 20 to 25%, they will, doctor will tell that IV fluid, that is intravenous fluid. Continuously they will be giving the treatment to the patient. Burns 30 to 40%. Okay, so that is a very dangerous condition is 30 to 40%. So based on this calculation, they will be identified. Okay, how will give the treatment to the patient. Okay. Okay. Anyone, any doubt up to this section?
No, ma'am. Okay.
So next one we are going to discuss choking and cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Okay, only 2 sections are pending in this chapter. So before we are going to start this section, I will show some videos because
Okay.
rather than I'm explaining, if you are seeing that video, it will be easy. Okay.
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 All can see, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, hey, Scott.
Hey, Sam, how you doing?
I'm looking forward to a few days of not being on call.
I didn't think you ever needed rest.
Oh, I'm not resting. I've got my whole family coming into town this weekend, and they're expecting me to provide the entertainment. What's wrong?
I think he's choking. Are you choking? I'm gonna help you. Come on, sit down. Sit down.
Choking occurs when food or other items block a person's airway. In severe airway obstructions, the victim usually will have signs of poor air exchange and breathing difficulty, such as a silent cough, cyanosis or turning blue, and an inability to speak or breathe. The adult or older child may clutch the neck with both hands, making the universal choking sign. This is a signal to ask if the victim is choking. If the victim nods that he or she is choking and cannot talk, you must act. In a standing or kneeling victim, you'll perform an abdominal thrust often referred to as the Heimlich maneuver. Stand or kneel behind the victim and place your arms around the victim's waist. With one hand, locate the navel. Then make a fist with the other hand. Place the thumb side of your fist against the victim's abdomen, just above the navel and below the breastbone. Grasp your fist with your other hand and press your fist into the victim's abdomen with a quick, forceful upward thrust. Repeat thrusts until the object is expelled from the airway or the victim becomes unresponsive. If the victim is too large for you to wrap your arms around the waist, pregnant or overweight for example, wrap your arms around the victim's chest and do chest thrusts instead of abdominal thrusts. If your attempts to relieve choking in an adult or child are unsuccessful or the victim becomes unresponsive, send someone to activate the emergency response system. Perform CPR using the CAB sequence with one exception. Each time you open the airway to give breaths, look for the obstructing object in the back of the throat. If you see an object that can be easily removed, carefully remove it, but do not perform a blind finger sweep as the object may become lodged further back in the airway.
Choking. If someone appears to be choking, if they're seriously choking, they wouldn't be able to make a sound. They might be clutching their throat, they might be looking very red, very scared, and unable to make a sound and really struggling to breathe. Keep everything as calm as possible. The more stress they get, the harder it will be for them to breathe. So keep things calm. First of all, encourage them to cough. If they're able to cough, then they may be able to dislodge the obstruction themselves. If they're unable to cough, you need to help them quickly. Lean them forward, put your hand on their chest to support them, and then you're going to hit them hard, like that. And you would do that up to 5 times, checking each time to see if the obstructions come out. So up to 5 times, hard back blows. If that hasn't worked, your second line treatment is the Heimlich manoeuvre. You would make a fist like that, you would put it between under the rib cage and the tummy button, and you pull in and up in a J-shaped movement, and you would do that hard and fast. So you go under their arm like this, up like this, and in and up, and hopefully doing that motion will actually dislodge whatever is stuck, and it will come out quite quickly. That is always second line treatment, because doing the back blows, you're not going to do any harm. Doing the abdominal thrust, you can actually do a bit of damage. So second line treatment, they should always be checked out by a medic afterwards. You would do 5 back blows, 5 of those. If necessary, 5 more of those, 5 of those. You keep checking to see if it comes out. If they're able to make a noise, it means that there's air starting to come in and out, which is good news. If they start to lose consciousness, you need to start CPR quickly. Get an ambulance on the way fast. I would be calling an ambulance right at the start when you've found out that they're choking, you've done the 5 back blows. If it hasn't come out at that point, I would get an ambulance on the way.
Yes, sir. CD say for us. Babaji, Babaji, आप ठीक हो? He is not responding. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. He is not breathing. Dr. Anju, please activate the code blue and get the crash cart and defibrillator.
I will activate the code blue and get the crash cart.
1001, 1002,
Code blue. Please
1003,
activate code blue.
1004,
SU1 first floor bed number 2.
1005,
आपको मेरी बात समझ में आई?
1006.
Please
There is no
activate
pulse.
code blue. SU1 bed number 2 first floor. उनको बोलेगा शॉक देने वाली मशीन लेकर आए.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
Got the
30.
crash cart. 1001, 1002, 1003.
1, 2,
First cycle
3,
complete.
4, 5,
Oxygen
6,
attached.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003. Third cycle
1, 2,
completed.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003.
1,
Fourth cycle
2,
completed.
3,
We are in the
4,
fifth cycle
5,
of chest
6,
compressions.
7, 8, 9, 10,
The code blue has been
12,
activated.
13, 18, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003,
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. There is no pulse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1003, 1004 per cycle over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004 second cycle over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004 third cycle over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004 fourth cycle over.
1, 2, 3,
Fifth cycle is in
4,
progress.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. There is no pulse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mom, can you send me video in the WhatsApp group? Hello.
I think mom is she's mute.
Mom, I don't have any sound.
Okay. Now you can clear some problems. Now
Yes.
all can clear, right?
Yes.
So you already saw that this one videos, right?
Yes, mom.
So same thing happen you have to do in the procedures also. There is no difference is there. So they are just explaining how they are doing, but only one difference is there: pregnant and obese patient. Okay. So here
Yes.
you can see choking means you saw that video. One person is breathing difficulty in the restaurant, right?
Yes, mom.
Yes, mom. But mom, will we send a video in the WhatsApp group, please?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I will send.
Okay, thank you, mom.
For 3 videos, I will send number.
Okay.
So something they will go inside the patient mouth or in the respiratory tube. That's called as choke. Patient cannot take proper
Excuse me, ma'am.
breath. Hmm?
Excuse me, ma'am. How about for the children and infants choking? You have video, right?
Yes. Now I don't have. I will send.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Newborn is different. Okay. Okay. So newborn, the CPR and choking will be different. But adult and the children are same in the small babies, only the newborn babies, right? That is 1 year or 2 year. That is only different. More other people, it's same. Okay, so if the person will be have, because we know that if there is something inside go in our respiratory tract, we cannot breathe properly, right? So same like
Yes.
that, if the person will be going in the choking also, the patient's skin color will be changed. Okay, that is bluish skin will be there, and they cannot speak properly. They will cough too much, and they are very difficult for taking the breath. So and the child, they very difficult for crying, and they cannot speak also. So you already saw that how they are doing the talking, how they will secure. If the person is conscious but can't able to breathe or talk, so you saw that video, that boy he just covering his neck by two hands. So that time how you will do? So the shoulder blades mean that to your shoulder area. So in between you have to just tap to the patient. Okay. So the again patient is telling, again patient will be having the same problem. What will do thrust? You saw that how they are doing the thrust. So this you saw that one lady how she is covering their hand like that. So you have to perform like that, and you have to place the weight. So you have to see that video, then only it will be very easy for you. So then you have to repeat the procedure for 5 times. Same thrust you have to repeat for 5 times. Then next step you have to do the back blow. So you have to tap the patient back side. Okay, so again patient is repeating the same problem, you have to repeat. Okay, until the product is come out, you have to repeat the procedure. So if you saw that the that thing is inside the patient mouth, do not take by your hand. Okay. Sometimes patient will be having maybe touch, maybe for example, if you can, for example, in the little bit you can see, you can do not go deep. Okay, so maybe patient will be having the vomiting or something if you are going deep. Okay, so only one difference for obese or pregnant, because in the pregnant woman we cannot do abdominal thrust. Why? Because there is a baby is inside. So that time we can only use in the base of the breastbone. That is the middle of the area only we can do. Okay, same procedure. Quickly pull inward and upward. So until the product is come out, you have to repeat the procedure. Next one is CPR. So how when we can give the CPR? So if the obstruction is come out, so whatever is go inside it's come out, but person is not breathing and not conscious. So that time you have to start the CPR to the patient. So same like if it's a child or an adult, so the same situation, patient is not responding and not breathing, you have to do the CPR. So what is the follow-up we can do in situation? So the medical emergency person will arrive. So you have to take over, you have to give whatever happened there, you have to tell everything to them. So they will check the person condition. If they need CPR, they will start the CPR. Only they need mild treatment or not, they will give there. And if they need to bring them hospital, means they will bring to hospital. So these are the follow-up. So next one is cut and punctured wounds. So that will happen to everyone. Cut and punctured wounds. So means cut a breaking, opening in the skin. That we know that will happen to everyone. Okay, it is also called a laceration. Sometimes it will be very deep. Sometimes it will be very smooth. Okay, so that depends on the wound, how it happened. Okay, so sometimes it will be only in the topmost layer. Sometimes it will be deeper. Okay, so sometimes it will be maybe deep means it will be, we know that 3 skin layers, we know that. So sometimes it will be very go deep. Okay, so it depends on the how it's happened. So next one is puncture. So puncture means something pointed object, that is a knife or something, that is a tip will be stuck in our body. So that is a wound made by pointed objects such as a nail, knife or sharp tooth. Okay, so that is called as punctured wound. So symptoms. So what are the symptoms for cut and punctured means? Bleeding, pain, problem with function in the affected area. So we know that if you got any cut or punctured means we cannot move that area, right? It will be very painful. So that is the problem with function in the affected area. So what are the management we can give to the patient for minor cut and minor puncture? So you have to wash your hands with the soap or antibacterial cleanser to prevent infection. So that is very important. So if you found that your patient have minor cuts, so You have to wash the patient hand with soap or antibacterial cleanser. It depends on hospital policies. Then wash the cut thoroughly with mild soap and water. You have to wash your hands, then you have to wash the cut thoroughly to the patient. Then next your aim is to stop the bleeding. So you have to put direct pressure to the stop blood. The next one, you have to apply the antibacterial ointment and you have to cover that area. And always remember, do not use cotton that will stick on the wound. So that is very important for the wound, that we can do the minor cut. So next one, what we'll do in the minor punctures. So what we can do in the minor puncture, same like that, you have to wash your hands properly. The next one, you have to rinse the puncture for 5 minutes under running water. So here what you need to do to keep the patient hands under the 5 minutes, then you have to wash with soap. Okay, so you found that some, because that is a minor, for example, there is a glass material you found inside the puncture. Do not remove that one. So if you are removing, means again the puncture will be increasing. Do not put that one. So if you found that anything inside, you have to inform to the emergency, they will remove that one. Do not put, you do not take that one. And also you found that you didn't see anything topmost layer, you can feel it that something is inside. So that also you have to inform to the emergency department. Okay, after the removing, you have to apply the ointment and you have to apply the clean bandage should be there. And always remember, do not use cotton or whatever that will be stick on the wound, do not use. Okay, so what are the wounds to be getting? 1 minute. So what are the wounds to be infected? Bites. Okay, some bites, for example, some insect bite will be getting infected. Some puncture wound also will be getting infected. Some crushing injuries, dirty wounds, wounds on the feet, wounds that are not promptly treated. So dirty means some patient will be are not cleaning the wounds there properly. Some patient they are not treating their wound, and most the wound will be getting on the foot, because always we are touching to the floor, the infection will become there. So that also wound will be getting infected very fastly. Dangerous of cuts and punctures. So what are the dangerous? Okay, so the bleeding is severe. So we know the bleeding is very dangerous one. So we cannot stop that one also. Okay, for example, after 10 minutes or so, you are applying the pressure also, the bleeding is not stopped. Okay, so that is a dangerous one. So if you are touching that area, patient that I cannot feel anything, and also patient cannot use that finger or that area, they cannot work also, the person is seriously injured. Okay, the prevention means how we can prevent that situation. So you have to always keep away from the sharp object from the children area, because mostly it will be affected to the children. And if there is any older children are there, you have to teach them how to use properly. Okay, and also next one, you have to ensure that it should be in up to date the vaccination. So if the person have the up to date vaccination, so the infection or the healing process will be easily, very fastly will happen. The next one is suffocation. So we finished choking and same like suffocation also, same like choking. Okay, so that also patient will be having the breathing difficulty. So you know that if there is 4 or 5 members stuck in a one room, so they cannot take proper breathing like that. So that is called as suffocation. So preventing access of air come to inside the lungs due to physical or chemical hazard. So some person they will be working in too much of chemical side or a too much of dust area, so they will not get proper oxygen or good air. So that time patient will be having the problem to get breathing. So that is called as suffocation. So mostly suffocation will be affected for the asthma. Asthma means the patient cannot breathe properly. So that is one of the respiratory problem. Okay, so how we can prevent? Okay, so then first what we need to do to the patient, it is necessary to make a few shallow breath and exhalation, then hold your breath. So tell the patient to take slow breathe. Okay, take inside and outside, just take the patient breathe normally. Then tell the patient to hold the breath. Okay, hold your breath. So that time, for example, we know that we are just taking oxygen and we are just taking out carbon dioxide. So if you are just holding the breath means carbon dioxide level will be increased in our body. So that time body will be maintaining the carbon dioxide and oxygen level in the body. So that time the body will be having the tendency to expel all the carbon dioxide from the outside. Okay, so this is the way we are just telling. So if the person having the suffocation, you have to tell to the patient, just hold your breath. Okay, so that is the only method we can maintain the carbon dioxide and then elevated concentration, relax bronchi and restore breathing. So next tell to the patient, right? So after 5 or 10 seconds, tell the patient to deep breathe. Okay, try to all air put outside. Okay. Then after that, tell the patient to take small breath. Okay. Then after that, patient breathing will be getting normal. So if the person is doing like that, you have to place your one palm on the patient chest during the exhalation. So when the patient is breathing out, you have to place one on the chest and you have to tap the patient chest. Okay, so you have to just tap on the patient chest on 10 times. So that time patient can breathe, the normal will be some person, they are having the asthma, they are just taking the medications continuously. So you have to ask the patient whether they are taking any medications or not. Okay, whatever medication patient is taking for the asthma, you can provide to the patient that one. Okay, so some patient, because of they forget to take the medication in the morning, it will be happen on that time. So you have to ask them what type of medication you have to give to the patient like that. So what are the things you can give in the asthma attack? So if you found that if you are the witness for the attack or suffocation, so what you will do in that situation? Immediately you have to call an ambulance. So first your major priority, you have to call to the ambulance and you have to calmly and clearly explain what is happened there, what is the patient condition, how the symptoms. So everything you have to explain to them. Okay, the next one you have to check patient is conscious. So you have to calm the patient. Okay, so then you have to tell the patient no, nothing will happen, emergency people will come there. The next one you have to make sure that patient airway, because patient need to get normal airway, that is fresh air. So if the person is wearing too much of cloth, just remove that one. Okay. The cause of suffocation may be foreign body located in the larynx. Try to squeeze chest. So you know that. So you found that something is inside the patient mouth. You know that how to do the choking. So you have to do the choking. So you have to clear the airway of the patient. Okay. The next one, if there was a sudden attack of suffocation and the person lost consciousness, moreover, there is no breath pulse, try to do the fluid heart massage and artificial respiration. So here, you know that. So if the person is not conscious, no breath, nothing is there. So you have to do the artificial respiration, that is a CPR, you have to start here. So the consequence of attack or suffocation be a tongue singing. Tongue singing means they will be putting in the tongue, they will be putting some same like the earring like that they will be putting on their tongue. Maybe because of that patient got suffocation means you have to put the patient on back side. Okay. And the abdomen area should be come under down. So tell the patient to turn one side and put the patient tongue outside, and you have to keep the tongue into the chin area or the lower jaw area. So if the person will be suffocation will be because of tongue singing. So if the person will be having any problem, okay, that is asthma, bronchitis, or that all problem regarding the respiration, so tell the patient to take the medication. Okay, help the patient to take the medication. So, you already informed to the emergency department. So before that, you have to advise the patient to take all the medication. Okay. So next one, sometimes it will be happen because of allergens. Okay, so that time you have to identify what type of, maybe the dust allergy, because asthma patient they will be having really allergic to dust. So that time there is any dust allergy. So if you have the medical kit, you can give them antihistamine drug. So that is the allergic drug you can provide to the patient after you calling to the emergency department. So these all regarding the suffocation and asthma. Okay. So the final one is the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So cardiopulmonary resuscitation, that you saw that how they are doing. I will send the videos. You can see there. So nothing is, I am not need to explain there because the video itself, everything they are explaining. So only that method you have to follow. So what we are doing the CPR, that is the cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is an emergency procedure that combines chest compression often with artificial ventilation. So we are just, you saw that one is chest compressing there and one is giving the oxygen. So that is the chest compression, and also they are giving the artificial ventilation. Is manually preserve the intact brain function until further measures are taken to restore spontaneous blood circulation and breathing in a person who is in cardiac arrest. So how it's happened? So patient will be suddenly lost their blood flow to the brain or the heart. So that time only patient will be going to cardiac arrest. In the CPR, what we are maintaining? So we are just maintaining the blood circulation in the normal. So that we are doing in the CPR. So you already saw that how they are doing. So first they will come and they are just calling to the patient. So first we have to ensure that whether the patient is sleeping or not. Sometimes patient is deep in sleep, they are not responding. So before that you have to check all the things are safe or not. So if the person is conscious or unconscious, you have to tap on the patient's shoulder. Maybe if the patient is in deep sleep, if you are tapping the shoulder, they will be suddenly wake up. Okay, then you have to pause. If there is two persons, you saw that video, two persons are there. One lady, she called the emergency, one start the emergency. So if you are working in hospital, they will tell you that how you will do the CPR and what is the emergency number, which number you need to alert, and what are the people that included in the team. They will inform everything. So based on that, you have to do that one. So you saw that how so what will do? So you saw that one man, he is doing the CPR. He just standing the shoulder level of the patient, and his elbows are so straight. And so like that you have to do the CPR, and always remember, do not press too much to the patient chest area, only 2 inches. Okay, so if you are pressing too much to the deep, it will be injured to that area. So mostly we are just telling 30:2. So 30 compression you have to give and 3 breathe. Okay, so one person is doing 30 compression and one lady she is doing 2 breathe. Okay, so 3 cycle we are just doing. Okay, after the 3 cycle, it's next step, you have to check the pulse of the person. Okay, so again if they are not feeling pulse, again you have to start. So we cannot do repeatedly this cycle, we cannot repeat. So that time you can exchange with other person. That also you have to remember. Do not bend your elbow, always should be straight. Okay, so our aim, airway, first we need to open the airway, so we have to maintain the airway. So that is a 30 compression we need to give, and next one we are just giving the breathe for the person. So we are just turning the head. Okay, then only we can give the proper breathe to the patient. So here you can see one term, that is AED, automated external defibrillator, that is AED. So AED means directly they will be giving the shock. So they are giving the shock means suddenly the blood circulation will be happen in that area. Okay, so you have to continue the CPR when there is any pulse will happen. So if the pulse is happen, you can start with the other medication, everything you can give. So until CPR you have to continue. Any emergency person will come, or the pulse if you are feelable. So you have to continue that one. Same procedure will do in for the babies also. There is no difference for child and adult, and only difference in babies. In the adult, you saw that the man, he is using the elbow 2 finger, but in babies only 2 fingers only we can use. Okay, so you know that our index and middle finger only we can use for the CPR in the newborn babies. Only one difference is there, and also in the adult we are using 30:2, and the babies only 50:2 we are using. Only one difference for newborn and the Okay, so that is 30 is to 2 and 15 is to 2. So only one difference are there. All the procedures are there. So next one was same like that. There is no difference there. So CAB means compression airway breathing. Okay, compression airway breathing is the CAB. Okay, so that's only there. So everything is same. So procedures are same. There is no difference for adult and child. Only difference for babies. Okay, so only we can use 2 fingers for the babies only. Clear? Okay, so I will send the video so you can see the choking and CPR. You
Okay.
can see the video. Then only you will be getting understood. Okay, I will send.
You have question, ma'am. Question one, madam. Ma'am, will be first baby new one. It's not 2 year. I will be use 2 finger. It's new baby.
Yeah,
Maybe 2
up
year
to
or
1 year.
2 months.
Yeah, 2 months is newborn.
Yeah, 2 months. It's 4 months like this. I will be use 2 fingers.
Yes,
No.
it depends on the baby condition. Okay, some babies they will be having the problem. They will be having too much or very thin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on the baby's body condition. Also, we have to do like that. Okay, so it depends on baby because it always depends on the patient condition only. We cannot tell that for all. Okay, so it depends on the baby. Some baby they will be having 2 years old. So that time if you are seeing baby are very thin like newborn. Okay, so that time.
You have another question, ma'am. For allergic, you say in food egg example. Only outside skin or inside also you have.
Sometimes inside also will happen. That inside will happen. Patient will be having diarrhea, vomiting, everything. Okay. So inside is that is stomach pain. So outside body only we can feel that is rashes.
For scan only, yes.
Inside only we can feel pain or some burning sensation inside our body like that.
Only color change also or no?
Yeah, color change will happen on in our body also. Maybe it will be turned red or blue color.
You have fever also or?
Sometimes have fever.
Sometimes fever.
Yeah,
Mostly the allergens they will be having the skin changes only, swelling, everything.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
The name of the administrator, please send one message to my this Zoom. The administrator, what is the actual name of him? Because I need to mark attendance.
Okay.
Others, all the names are correct, right? Only administrator is different name.
Yeah.
Please send message in this one only, that Zoom. Then only I can easily write. Others can leave, okay, because I wrote only administrator only, I didn't mark the attendance. All others can leave.
Okay.
Only you send administrator, please send one message, your name.
Mom, I have question.
Mm.
How about if we do practical and we don't have space? As for example, for me, I don't have space here. So where we
So
will do the
if you can come here, you can come here and do it in the center.
Okay.
When you have available time, you just inform. Then you have to come here and just do.
Mom, I will be coming next week.
Yeah, sure. Just come.
Friday, I will be find you in the office.
So you can talk to the admin. They will arrange you.
The practical, Mom, what we will do in practical? We do that CPR, bed
CPR, no,
making,
yeah, your bed making, baby bath, personal
baby bath.
hygiene, daily care plan, everything we have to do.
We will do and personal hygiene also.
Everything, yeah. Whatever we finish, we'll do everything on the practical.
Pharmacy.
Okay.
One time I will be finished all activity, Mom.
Yeah.
Because next week I will be coming in the office. I will be finish all practice, I think.
So before that, you have to inform to the admin, okay, if you are coming or not.
Maybe we will do the practical, Mom, after this. After we finish the module.
Yeah, you just wait for because one module also finished. That is fifth module. So fifth module also very small one. So you can finish in next week. So then you can come and together all the one you can do.
But me, Mom, is I take this class caregiver plus nursing assistant.
You are in CNA?
CNA and caregiver.
Yeah, you finished. Only one module is pending. Next week we'll finish.
So if we will finish that, so I can perform practical.
Yeah, you can perform, and after that you can do the exam, and then you can go for your CNA.
Oh.
Madam,
Yeah. So
model 1
no
and
problem. So who are
3.
not finished will continue like that.
I have
Okay,
only
those you
4,
finish,
me.
they can do just go on like that. Those you didn't finish will take like that. That's don't worry if you didn't get. Do not worry about that. We'll finish everything. Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you can leave. We'll see the next class.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Mom? Maybe I will be off for me in Abu Dhabi now. I will be off next week, but I will be give me time or no, I don't know because I don't have another off. Only next week.
Yeah. Okay, so that you can inform to the admin. They will be arranged one date for them. You are asking for practical, right?
Yeah.
So you can contact to the admin. Okay, they will be giving you one date for the practical. So you just tell them because I have only that date. Kindly please arrange like that. They will tell you.
Okay, thank you, Mom.
Okay, bye.
Bye.